In this universe,
in this galaxy, in this world, beneath the influencer clouds,
over the viral video fields,
off the information superhighway,
there are voices in the digital wilderness, whispering
more opinions.
If you listen,
you will hear. So are you at that age yet when...
Yes, I'm at all the ages, yes.
You have to go pee like 3 times a night?
You know what? No, but there's a reason for that.
Well, I'm sure you're smart because, like, see, I like to go to bed about 10:30 latest. But, like, we do the show, and it's already 7 o'clock. By the time we finish bull crapping on here, and I go, upstairs, so I'm drinking water almost the whole time, which pretty much hoops me for the night. Because I'm at least probably getting up 3 times to go pee. Minimum 2, and then I have to race like a piss horse so bad in the morning that, like, it's one of those ones where you're just like, oh, I feel lighter.
You don't feel like your teeth are floating anymore?
Yeah, and one reason I thought about this is because this childhood memories thing popped up, and it's like, says like what you'd watch as a kid, and it was, went from Monday Night Raw to La Femme Nikita, and I remember that. So, made me think how I'm old now and have to pee a lot.
I hate using this term because it's so hackneyed and cliched in this day and age, but a life hack. So what I do is 2 hours prior to the time I know I'm going to bed, I stop drinking water. I temper down my water intake up until that 2 hour mark. And then at that 2 hour mark, nothing. So it should be that at the beginning of the day, you're drinking the most amount of water, you're eating the largest amount of food. And then as the day goes on, you kind of decline that amount so that by the time bedtime rolls around, your system is pretty much empty. So that's what I do.
And in fairness to that, I get checked, the screening. We have the man van here at every Corn Fest. And the last 2 years in a row, actually, me and Chad have got tested, and they don't, they just take blood now. So I'm good. And it's only on nights like tonight, like just because I'm going to drink a bunch of water before I go to bed because I can't help but I need to, I'm not one of those people like to stay up super late because I'm a weenie. So, I do have a confession to make before we continue on. Friday night is probably the drunkest I have been in 8-9 years. It was our Christmas party, and I thought shots of Jaeger and Fireball and rum chata and doubles of spiced rum would be a great idea.
And what did the you from the next day have to say about that?
On further review, Saturday Nick really did not like Friday night Nick. And in full disclosure, Sunday morning Nick wasn't really a fan of Friday night Nick either. Sunday morning Nick was not feeling good either. Wow. Now, I don't, I say this all the time, a Jedi master at drinking, and I did the thing that the Sith would do is mixed all my alcohol, because I can sit and stay on spiced rum all night. When we went to Jody's celebration of life, we were in the hotel room after me, Dad, Mom, and Sarah, and I polished off a 2-6 without a problem. and was like, and I think I had one of Dad's Crown Royal Reserve drinks. And then we went shopping for 4 or 5 hours the next day. Like, I was fine. So, yeah. It's a very rookie move on my part. Don't mix alcohol. So, write that down, kids.
Yes, for all the kids watching.
Yeah, write that down.
Hey.
And you know what? And Kim will even back me up. For the first couple hours, I was smashing water just as fast as I was drinking the rum. But when you start smashing Jaeger bomb, or not Jaeger bomb, just straight Jaeger, that's gonna catch up with you.
Oh, you should have been double fisting, Jaeger in one hand, water in the other. But that's
Maybe
the
I
thing
should
with
have
your
been.
drunk self.
Yes.
He.
So I'm allowed to share this stuff because this is just how our random show works. Because I'm one of these fat people, and I think this is hilarious. Oh, the internet. So we filled a whole show last week on one subject. So hopefully we can clear a little more up on what that's on the agenda. So yeah, Alex, because I'm the one that sends the stuff to Alex, and then he kind of goes, "Okay, let's go through this." So first things first. I know she's not here. Maybe you're saving it. We'll wait, see if she shows up. Because anyways, what do you want to start us off with tonight, Alex?
We will start off with a tweet. Ooh.
That would definitely do it. Without a doubt.
I don't think I've ever mixed all three of those together. Geez, I don't even think I've mixed two of those together. Maybe I was smart.
I've done the beer and tequila. I've definitely done beer and tequila.
You know that old meme of in Soviet Russia. Now we got to start a new one. In Texas. Beer on whiskey might be. Yeah, I swear you said that on the Harsh Truth once, Tex, because here in Canada, the way I heard it was beer before liquor, you'll never be sicker. Liquor before beer, have no fear.
Yep. That's that's what I always live by, and it always seemed to work pretty good.
It's the same message, the same method of thinking, just, different silly rhymes, but yeah.
But I also find if I just smash like hard alcohol, whether it's rum or spiced rum, or even like a vodka drink, I'm fine. So, anyways, you still wanted to start off with a tweet?
Yes. One moment on that, though, because I, for whatever reason, didn't prepare my recommendation for the end of the show, because there was one I was going to go with originally, but then I saw another one the other night, and I thought, well, this is so much better. However, talking about the fats earlier. So here is something from someone who is not fat. So Kendall Jenner ate grilled cheese, fries, crepes, and more before hitting the hashtag Met Gala red carpet. Now that is bravery. And then the top part, the reply, I live in Syria, and this story gave me to strength to carry on. Okay, you're from Syria, I get it. Thank you for sharing her story. Hilarious, right? Well, why? And this is from 2018, so I'm not breaking any revelations to anyone. So the internet gives a collective eye roll, of course. But why was this tweet brought up in the first place? So she ate a completely average meal of grilled cheese, fries, and crepes and more, and then And then she went to the Met Gala. So at the Met Gala, the cameras are on you 24/7. So this could be seen as an act of bravery by some people who have their collective heads in the sand, because you're going to appear all fat and bloated and everyone's going to be watching you every second of the way. But this is more of the collective, people who are so focused on one thing in life they can't see the bigger picture in life, or just the realistic world that the rest of us are living in.
These are those people that that just live on like Twitter or X. Sorry, I guess it was Twitter at the time, but that's what these people are. That there's times when I go on X. Like I went on X last night or Saturday night for the first time in like 3 months, because CM Punk came back to wrestling Saturday night. And I just went to go look. I had like 75 notifications. These people go ahead.
Access Hollywood. Now
there's your problem.
Yeah, if there's someone that's out of touch, it's whoever is using the Access Hollywood Twitter.
Yep. That's just it.
Yeah. See, you want to see brave, go find the starving, the hated, and the ugly among us.
Yeah. And if we're going to hand out these, okay, I'm going to say facetious, but I think that's the wrong word for this. But if we're going to hand out these dumb awards for actors that do things, talk about the guys that, if that's the dumb awards you want to give it out, like those actors like a Gary Oldman who goes deep into character, or like Christian Bale who almost died in The Mechanic, but then like how many months later was Bruce Wayne again? And I'm not, again, you shouldn't, because that's very dangerous to do that. But like, okay, if you wanted to go out on the limb, everybody would still say, okay, that's not a hero. He's an actor, so he's paid for, but it is dumb. But like, at least like he did something. It's like, holy crap. Like, what? Are they worried that she's going to shit herself and her white dress is going to have a poo stain on it because she ate French fries?
How many awards did she win for these acts of courage? Asks Tex. All 70. Of them.
70. Yeah. All of them. All of them.
Wow. So in order to get Tex's approval for anything, you've got to eat more tacos than he does in one sitting. Wow.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I would hate to be in the same room as Tex after that.
And I bet you it's that really bad Mexican. Unless like Tex's wife made it. I'm guessing that it was like Del Taco or Taco Bell or something. Alma's like, you wouldn't eat 27 my tacos, motherfucker. I say, you die. That's my guess, anyways.
Yeah, so there's some out of touch BS to get us started.
That's well, I do. It was at the bar in Quigley's, and it was quite a delicious shot.
The adrenochrome. You mean that thing that... what the hell was that gonzo journalist's name that Johnny Depp was a friend of? He was the lead. His character's name was the lead character in... Now I've forgotten the name of the movie. And people are screaming that movie name right now. It was from 1997. It was directed by Terry Gilliam. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is the name of the movie. So that adrenochrome thing, I think, was made up by that journalist. And people are like, oh, it's a real thing. Is it, though? Have you ever seen it before? Have you ever taken it? How do you know it's real? Because I read about it on the internet. Well, come on, man.
Sorry, I wasn't there. Sorry.
Come on, man. Get a life.
Sorry.
I know what you mean, Big Red, but you know what? How he's going to answer that question. How you doing, Big Red?
So now show her your shirt. She's here. She probably doesn't even remember saying it.
No.
But
All right. So some of us may remember that from a while back. Well, I received this in the mail today.
awesome.
So we're not exactly monetizing these things, but we are having a little bit of fun with them is all.
Yeah, so.
And I'm pretty
And
sure
again,
this is the only one of this in existence. So if you want it, you come get it.
And if Red wants to explain what that means, hey, listen. Isn't it weird how we both have food in our second name tonight? Like you said there would be cake. I'm like, pizza. What does that tell you?
And so the audience knows we do not discuss these
No.
things beforehand.
At all. Like, not at all. Not at all. So, because I do love me some pizza. But, and unlike, by the way, I don't care what people say. Like, there can be bad pizza. I don't care what anybody says.
Mm-hmm.
I've had some bad pizza in my day.
Good. So we'll never know. That's
We'll
going to
never
be
know.
one of those eternal mysteries, which is going to be awesome. Oh.
Wow. Well, seeing as how come in that tense means to come over, probably not long. Now, if you want to know what it meant for him to ejaculate into Tex's mouth, that's C-U-M. So I just wanted to clear that up for you.
Some people do things differently on the other side of the pond.
Boobies.
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 You expected it, but you didn't respond as if you knew. Yeah, she meant to go there. I get it.
Well, I hope you do.
That's interesting because we don't block stuff here except if it's Russian porn trolls, which we haven't seen in months and months.
No, it works. I checked. Right there.
And for the record, that is what he typed in.
I'm there.
And for YouTube's AI algorithm, that is in a completely medical context.
Speaking of medical context.
And so is that.
My sister just shared a new one. Because I like to use the word for describing children, crotch goblin, sperm pet. The new one that Sarah sent me a video of, and it says something, and it called children hump dumplings. Hump dumplings, folks. Hump dumplings.
Well, Tex, they did not block adrenochrome, so clearly they're not the Bilderbergs.
Oh, Jesus.
No, you don't have to play it. No, it's okay.
The Bilderbergs! Illuminati confirmed.
Oh, just for Bolo.
Wrong.
There, we'll hit all the high ones while we're right here.
Alma, is he giggling? Is he giggling now?
Please tell me he's giggling. So it only makes it worth it when she tells us that he's giggling about
it. I would love to play that video you sent me of the guy singing. Oh, what was that song he was?
Why can't we sing it? I'll play it. Who cares? I wonder if he would sing. Have you ever seen The Rain?
Oh, yes.
Because he was one that did We Will Rock You as well.
Tex, have you ever tried to read any kind of papers that the Bilderbergs have at their conferences? They're freaking boring.
All right.
Of course. Yes. At least we helped out someone today.
The hair. Wow. Cut him off early.
And Nick sent that to me, and I said, "Is that Bolo?"
And I said, that's racist.
No, you didn't.
You're right, it didn't.
You're right.
You're right, it didn't. It could be. All right, I missed the chat now because I was over here doing stuff. Where's that one? I gotta find the "We Will Rock You" one. I know I played that on here because he had the cool shoes.
So yes, this is the exact opposite of the show we had last week, because since we were there last week, we got to be up here this week.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, because here we go. This guy's shoes. I feel I need these shoes. These things are amazing. Look at those. Look at those shoes. Man, have you seen? Sorry, we're on a roll.
You love some CCR text, but do you love that kind of CCR? Man, we should hire that guy.
I think so. Okay, here it is. Is this it? Here, hold on a sec.
Big Red wins today. She wins the internet. She got it.
Now, I don't think this should count as a hit, because like what he's saying is not audible. Okay.
Okay, I get it.
Now, could you imagine? So what I thought after seeing that video, because I've been to a lot of concerts, I would be pissed if that's how he sounded. Can you imagine spending that money to go see that concert and that's what you get? Like, oh.
That reminds me of those old Creed videos where someone had, I think they had dubbed over what he was said. I think the whole music video was dubbed. I think there was a few live versions. They were hilarious. I have no idea how to find them at this point. But someone had taken the time to redo the music and the vocals for some of the Creed videos, and they were hysterical.
Did you see the Puddle of Mud video about a girl?
Was that the live in studio?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was, oh. And it's, so I did see a version of him doing it. Like, I think obviously a few pounds lighter and a lot less whatever he was on. He can sing it. Like, he's done it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was not his day. That was not his day at all. No.
Yeah. Just an off day, I guess.
No.
Ugh.
All right. So what do we got next?
What do we have next? Just in case he's watching and not commenting yet, really made a suggestion a few episodes back that Casey should come on the show to explain the difference between nuclear fission and nuclear fusion without using any internet references. And the proceeds we get from that, we can donate to Frank's stream.
Oh, yeah, we got to do that. I remember you said something to me about that, but...
That's going to be New Year's Eve. I think Frank is doing that live stream.
Okay. Yeah, but the thing is, though, is that I realize that, and we could say, I don't think Casey would be able to pull this off, like to be able to read all that and memorize it. So, yeah, I would like, yes, I'm about that. I want to, yeah. I want to hear him fumble fart his way through that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What's his freaking name? Mark McGrath had a lot of Botox from Sugar Ray.
Really?
If I remember correctly. Gosh, the dude from Goo Goo Dolls. Go look what he looks like now.
Oh no.
And he was a handsome man.
Yeah.
And go see. You need to go look what he did to his face. It's
If I do, then I won't be able to listen to Iris the same way because I'll just see.
Well, maybe he's not
Botox
as pulled
face.
back as I thought. No, you got it, man. Oh.
If you want to see that Big Red, you would have to go back to, probably the early episodes of our show.
Okay,
Because there was a time where he didn't bring that up too much. So if there's a left-wing version of MAGA, I think that's really... Maybe not. I don't know. I'm sure
maybe he
he's
got his
watching
face refixed.
silently.
Because this is, I'm going to share this. This is what he used to look like.
Oh, I remember.
He's a handsome man.
Yeah.
He like yeah, I'm more than comfortable enough with my sexuality. But like, man, he is a handsome dude.
Yep. But Tex makes a good point.
Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. But he's definitely been pulled back. Maybe it's not as bad. Oh, maybe okay, there's one. Yeah, maybe it's not as bad. It's oh shit. Yeah, it's not quite as bad as I thought. I swear there was a worse. I swear there was a worse picture of him. I think it's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, it could have been Photoshop. That could just be age because Iris was what, 25 years ago? Was that 98 or 99?
98, I think. We were still in high school.
Yeah.
So one of whose lead singer I always thought was like, okay, that's not even fair. Because he's also like, not only does he have an awesome voice, but he's a handsome dude, is Lifehouse lead singer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jason Wade.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's like, so that voice on this dude, it's like, that's not even fair. This one, yeah. Like, that's not even fair.
But that was him, what, early 2000s?
Yeah, but still, like, there he is now. Or pretty, like, recent.
Yeah, he'd be early 40s. Late 30s.
That's 2023 right there. No, that's not him, I don't think. Yeah, there he is. So, anyways, I did it again. So let's go through some more stories.
Okay. All right, so I'll go through one that's probably just a clickbait title. But I thought it was funny anyway. All right, so this is Vivek Ramaswamy. I don't know if he's still in the running for the Republican nomination, but he says there should be a border wall with Canada. Again, this could be clickbait. But come on, man, how dangerous are we compared to some of the people coming up through Mexico to get into the United States? Maybe a few. I'm sure Nick knows some unsavory characters.
How dare you?
And I've encountered some less than stellar people here in the lower mainland over the years, but
Please build it and keep some of you morons out of our country. No offense, but
okay, so this is part of why. There was enough fentanyl that was captured just on the northern border last year to kill 3 million Americans. So we've got to just skate to where the puck is going. Good analogy. Not just where the puck is, he said. Don't just build the wall, build both walls. So if anyone is looking for a job, help build the wall. And it'll keep you in shape and you'll get paid.
So then here's an idea then for our American friends. Build the wall, because then would you have to have your armies all over the world then? Because you'd have your two walls, you can just seclude yourself in there and protect your walls. So we got to fight them over there, so we don't got to fight them over here.
You obviously don't know much about geopolitics. Yes, you still have to go fight them over there because you have to have military bases the world over, to protect oil fields and poppy fields in Afghanistan. Because you got to control the drug trade. You can't just try and eradicate it because that's not going to happen. You got to control it. You got to be in charge of it so you know what's going where and you can make a little bit of money off it. So says Wall Street.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
The Bilderbergs.
I tried to find a different blog about Hawaii because a few years ago I wanted to visit Hawaii, and I looked up something with regards to tourism in Hawaii, and I came across someone's blog who was saying that they are a native Hawaiian and you should not be using Hawaiian language, like greetings and stuff, because you are not Hawaiian. And to clean up after yourself. So locals are tired of tourists treating the island like a theme park. This should be standard anywhere.
Yeah. Leave it better than you found it.
Yeah. Tourism has displaced native Hawaiians by driving up costs. Well, it is a pretty great tourist destination from what I've heard. So I don't know that can be handled well, bringing costs back down for the locals.
It would be interesting to know how big their tourism income is.
I would suspect pretty big.
Mm-hmm. So
year round.
I think that's something a lot of people know, and I respect what she's saying, and I completely understand. Like if you wanted to go to a beach or a little place with your family, and there's a bunch of people there, but it's one of those things that you really got to look into before you make those comments. This is a different thing, but it's the same as all the people in Quebec and Ontario is like, no pipelines, but we get billions of dollars from Alberta oil. Maybe we shouldn't be saying anything. It's one of those things, right? Like it's income for the place, right? So
yeah, and no pipelines. So we're going to go back to horse and carriage.
You said whore, so
I did.
I did. Wow.
And speaking of which, I watched over the weekend a Nicolas Cage movie that was released this year. It's called Butcher's Crossing. A decent movie if you're into westerns. It's all right. It's based on a book. It's not a great movie, but if you're really into Nicolas Cage and westerns, you might enjoy it. Anyway, if you're a tourist, and this should be standard anywhere, if you're a tourist, clean up after yourself. I don't understand why that would have to be mentioned at all, but for some reason, some tourists don't do that. I couldn't find evidence of this, but on the west coast of Vancouver Island, Tofino, I think it is, there were pictures I had seen a few years ago about people who just left garbage on the beach, like a whole lot of garbage. And that's just dumb. Those people should be waterboarded.
should be boiled in oil and their fat sold for soap. Okay,
Good
so
reference.
our friend the redneck had sent me a Wikipedia link to adrenochrome. That stuff that Christian Bale took.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It is a chemical compound produced by the oxidation of adrenaline, aforementioned, and it was the subject of limited research from the 50s through to the 70s as a potential cause of schizophrenia. While it is no current medical application, the related derivative compound carbazonochrome is a hydrostatic medication. Despite its compound's name, it is unrelated to the element chromium. Instead, the chrome suffix indicates a relationship to color, as pure acronym is deep violet.
I didn't hear you say anything about kids, so that article is completely wrong.
The article is about a compound. Okay, this article is about a compound. The conspiracy theory about satanic and child sacrifice. See A.A.T.G.M for the Sister of Mercy song. See some girls wander by mistake.
That clears everything up.
Okay, so several small-scale studies included 15 or fewer test subjects.
Wow.
She blinded me with science.
That's such a great song.
It is such a stupid song. Good,
Yeah.
but it's so for when it came out, it's
Yeah.
what it is, right?
Yeah.
You got to think about a lot of the songs that came out there, right? Right?
Tex, I challenge the legitimacy of your medical anything at this point.
Hey,
And
I'm not a professional gynecologist, but I'll take a look.
And someone who's here to help me on that. Hello, Frank.
Hello, Frank. Hey, yo, Frankie. Poor Frank's like, you guys are such assholes. Just a guy from San Francisco living in Ohio. Like, what the hell are you doing to me here?
Hey, don't dox him.
He doxes himself. Hey, googly moogly. Okay. Oh, okay. So what else we got?
Probably some pictures.
To the window, to the wow. Go ahead.
Oh.
Ow, skate, skate.
Going off the cuff with this one, but this has been sitting here. You want my address? You can have it. Wow. And
No.
I'm sure any bullets that might come flying out the front door too. Hey, Frank. Hello, Sarah.
Hey, as I get older, this resonates with me more and more all the time. That just as you get older, it's just that resonates. It's like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'll just stay home. Thanks.
Oh, here we go. Trust the science. Now, were we talking about science from the left or the science from the right?
And are we talking about come as you're going to come or like all over my face and lower back?
Please stop. All right. Are you going to go into a tizzy of Latin? Should I go on break or something right now?
Oh,
No. All right.
Okay.
So I had found this a while ago, and this does not relate to what Nick was just talking about. Social media. So, reason that families are not the same anymore is because we buried the ones who used to keep the family together. Well, this to me is a losing attitude. If someone who was, the matriarch or the patriarch or whatever you want to call him dies, someone else steps up and takes that role. It's not like the whole family falls apart because, oh, this person who was alive, they're gone. No, that's a defeatist attitude. Someone else takes the mantle.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Joe. Let's not leave the house together.
Yeah, like
we'll start a club.
I'm quite okay with I'm okay with being that part of that club. Because it's funny, because a lot of the times when you like,
Well, that took
sorry,
a
I
left
just read
turn.
what she wrote, and but there is most times though when you're like, I don't want to go, and then you finally go like, hey, I had a lot of fun, right? But you're just like, I don't want to go. My pajamas seems it's.
You know, at this age that we are, shock therapy might be something therapeutic and fun that we should try.
Well, I've tried drugs, tried alcohol,
Yeah.
tried getting hit by a tree, tried flopping a rig on its side. Fuck, what's some electrical shock? Let's do it. Like.
As long as it's the all over shock therapy as opposed to just on the temples. I need to be able to function enough to get up in the morning and make myself food. If I can't do that, then I'm not down for whatever this shock therapy is.
Yeah, I kind of like that too.
I sense in Ryan's comment something that is grammatically incorrect.
I find the ones I whine about, I have a good time. The ones I look forward to usually make the good reverend not happy.
Second sentence, correct. First sentence.
Find the ones I whine. Yeah. No, what about I have a good time?
Yeah, Ryan's the first one down.
Should that not be a comma, though? Or is that...
I don't know where to go with that one. Not at all.
Okay, cool.
No, here, I'm going to trigger text with this one. And that was posted on Facebook by a female friend of mine, a good female friend.
I will disagree with that sometimes.
Uh-oh.
No, and I'm just gonna say something, and I do say I'm that guy that says, sometimes it's, but there are times where you can't. There are times when you can't be emotionally vulnerable. There are certain situations where you can't be. Like if someone's having like, if you say you're going on vacation, just trying to think of times when the man needs to be like, okay, like take control of the situation, and like mama's freaking out because something's not going right, and it's kind of messing stuff up. Your fucking hump dumplings are being little assholes. Someone has to take control, right? So he needs to be like not vulnerable. He has to like boss hog his way around. That can also be a woman too. I'm not saying that it can't just be a man, but
okay. And to piggyback off that, another example would be during a fist fight in a Walmart over the last roll of toilet paper. It would not be advantageous in that very moment to become emotional.
No.
Okay, I understand.
So, and also, again, if you need to really, really evaluate your life if you're in a Walmart fighting over toilet paper.
Cut to 3 years ago.
Right? Like, I wonder, like, these are the times that will, if, let's just say it recorrects itself, right? Like, because to me, it's just like, the longer humans are on this earth, the more, like, just the more we're getting, further away from Homo sapiens and stuff. But it's just like, we're getting weaker as a species. And will it ever recorrect itself? And I mean weaker as an overall. That's what I'm saying. Like a more like the hunter-gatherer sense. Like, because there's a lot of these people who oh, I don't know how to I can't change a tire on a car. Change oil, I can't do that. Anyways, we're gonna focus because Red's gonna blow her top. So I wonder if there'll ever come a time where it's like my grandchildren or great grandchildren, they're gonna go back and go, wait, you guys were fist fighting over toilet paper? Like, And you hear the questions like, Papa Nick, were you guys out of toilet paper? No. Well, why did they think that? Well, from what I understand, because Papa Nick didn't really look that much into it because it seemed so ridiculous, was apparently in Australia there was a bit of a shortage. Like they were a little worried in Australia. And that meant that all the toilet paper ever created would never be made again, and that we needed to fight each other for toilet paper. That's kind of what I think happened. I don't know, because I always had a big thing of Costco toilet paper.
In other words, stupidity.
Yes. Yes. Nailed it. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, Big Red. Tell
Sarah,
us more.
is Reese listening? Because I don't want to...
This could be a blossoming moment of womanhood for her to learn from.
No, because I was going to say something so inappropriate to
Do it.
Red
Do
and
it.
asked if she wanted to try some Canadian toilet paper. But let's move on. Anyways.
Whoa. Canadian toilet paper, I've read, is great because of the particular trees that we have in this part of the world. Cedar, I think.
Oh, she'd be seating her all right. That laugh hurt my back. Oh, that laugh actually hurt my spine.
Does your fat hurt too?
Oh, no, not yet. Just
No.
Oh, no, that would be happy. You're laughing too hard. Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got to put words. I got to put a vocalization on this. Those biscuits aren't going to make themselves, you know. Get in the goddamn kitchen.
Yeah, I already kind of said it, mate. Oh, God, it hurt my back. It's ridiculous. You know, back in high school or back in elementary school, when like the boy used to poke at the girl, I hate her. Meanwhile, he really liked her. And it was like that little thing kids did when, like, you know, they poke at each other and then, you know, they'd fall in love and have Texas Scottish babies.
I know what you're talking about. I know where you're coming from, but I don't agree in every case. I really think that sometimes people bullied each other because they really, really, really fucking hated each other. I was a victim of that in grade 6. Oh, was I?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Who can you give me initials?
Tex Biscuits.
Can you give me initials, or do you want to send in the? Now I'm curious because I never thought you had that problem.
I was. Well, you were.
I was
you
going
were at a different school. Yeah,
I was at Mac 1 then.
After the show.
Okay, yeah, and I had the same thing until some of my parents' children took care of the situation for me because I was being bullied.
And you know, in high school, I never would have thought that you had that problem because you were always around people. You always had friends.
Never high school, elementary
Okay.
school. No, high school. No, I for being the fat kid who had really shitty clothes and smelled like cigarette smoke, I did pretty all right. I had lots of friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I was friends with everybody.
Yep.
So I was that guy that bounced around. Like I was always friendly with everybody. So I was very fortunate that way.
Yes.
I got bullied in grade 8 by like a couple older kids. And I remember the one kid, I like telling the story because it does have an ending to it. For some reason, he grabbed me right by the 7-Eleven lockers and smashed me into the locker. And I don't know why, but I fired back at him and I smashed him into the wall because it wasn't a locker on the other side. It's a wall. And his girlfriend broke us up. And I remember Goodall came out and was breaking it up. And I just left the school because I was upset. Fast forward a couple days later, I was actually walking. I think I was going to Mackie's house, right on Selwyn, and he fucking damn near clipped me with his car. And I was like, really? And he stopped. I mean, he was a big, I'll tell you after, just remind me. And he got out and he's grade 12. I'm in grade 8. And I'm like, go ahead. Fucking hit me. Like, what is it going to do? You're going to beat up a fat little grade 8er? Start fucking swinging. And he looked at me and he got back in his car. I got an apology from him about 7-8 years ago before he passed away.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he apologized to me. So,
wow.
yeah, like, so yeah, but after that, like grade 9 through 12, yeah, I was always popular with everybody.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So the reason I bring up this picture is because stealth and camouflage are for hunting, not for serving and protecting. No. I disagree. I think that ghost cars, if we're going to call them that, are in this day and age needed and necessary because people, and I've seen this almost every day where I live, if people do not see a police presence in their immediate vicinity, they will do stupid and reckless things. And therefore, these ghost cars should exist so as to keep people who would otherwise do stupid and reckless things in check. Because using the slippery slope argument, one of these days, someone is going to get seriously injured or killed.
Me and Kim it was on Friday night. They had a festival of lights for Christmas crap here. And we were going across a crosswalk. Traffic was stopped. And some little douche canoe with his flock of seagulls fucking haircut flew past on the right and almost took us out. This happened on Friday. So, I used to be that guy that thought this was like, I didn't like this, but more and more I'm liking it because when I'm in my vehicle, I'm not on my phone. And I'm not. I'll try to talk to text. If it doesn't work, I just won't even bother with it. But when I down here I do 120 usually, 115, 120. Speed limit's 110. I usually go about 10 over, 5 to 10 over. When I'm doing 120 in a nice Jeep and I get passed by someone in a little Cavalier, probably doing about $140 with that red tuck tape on your window. Yeah, I wish the cops would pull you over. Because there's no need to be going that fast whatsoever. Oh, but Nick, what if they're going to an emergency? Go a little faster, sure. And I'm sure in that situation, if something happened, I had to get home, I'd want to be flying too. But what you got to try to keep in mind is what happens if something happens to me while I'm trying to get to that accident, or if I get pulled over by the cops or something to that effect, right? And to remember that you're not always the only one on the road that's dealing with shit. Right? So I see it all the time. I try to get fast on my horn in my truck. If I see someone on their phone and they drive past me, to go burp, just to scare the shit out of them. Get off your phone. But, cops can't be everywhere at once. I used to be like that. Okay, now I will say this. I still don't like photo radars. I think it's bullshit. Do your job. The only place I wish that photo radars were 24 hours or were always ready to go on when they need to be were playground zones. Because if you're in a school zone and you're going 50, 60 in a school zone, I hope you get a ticket.
Yeah.
So.
Now, I'm not going to jump to the conclusion that Tex is one of the people who wants to get away with stuff and, try and skirt under that when he sees a cop. I can kind of understand his perspective, and the police do have clearly marked vehicles, but he's saying all of them should be clearly marked and no ghost cars. In this day and age, nope. People have, and again, this goes back to the few have ruined it for the many over the years, in my opinion. So we thought we could trust people. I thought I could trust people, but nope, can't do it anymore. So this is the world we live in now.
Yep.
And it's because of that I am in favor of the ghost cars. Now, if you got a good argument, Tex, feel free, but I can't go with you on this one. So Alex, Tex, clearly marked vehicles, not today. I apologize. Some were fatal due to speed. Yeah, speed is a factor.
And I'm not sure why. That's what I don't know. Why is everybody in such a hurry to get where they need to go? Sarah lived down here, and she's been down here enough. She knows when you leave Tabor going to the west towards Lethbridge, look, Coaldale, it is, everybody's just going, and most of the time, once you hit Coaldale, it drops to 70 and then 50. And there's 2 lights, 3 and now 3 between Lethbridge and Coaldale. Most of the time, you will hit one of those guys, or not hit them, but you will find them because they got to stop at stoplights. Happens all the time. Yeah. Oh, yes. And we have a black F-150. And yeah, you can see that. I watched him coming up. He was coming up fast on me the other day. I was in the Hammer lane, going to go north up a road. So I was to make my turn. And I remember thinking, because I looked in the mirror and I'm like, I even said with Kim sitting there, I'm like, that officer's coming in really fast. And she's like, where? And I could see the antennas on the back of on the roof, right? So yeah, you can see them. I would see now. I would really be a fan if they use like minivans and stuff in school zones. I think you'd really get them. But then a fight that I want to make a statement now, and hopefully me and Tex on this one. No one in the public should be allowed to own a white Crown Vic or I don't know what your ghost cars are there, but ours are white Chargers. And no more white Chargers to the public. Because you always freak out when you see one of those stupid cars. You're like, oh, shit. And you're not even doing anything. You're like, oh, it's just a butthole with a white frickin' Crown Victoria Botchakov. Remember, he had one.
Yep.
Like, it's not even the cops.
Well, I know what my next vehicle is going to be.
White Crown Vic.
Yep, and it's going to cause a whole bunch of accidents where I live. And speaking of which, this will... Oh, wait a minute. No, because I was telling you before the show started, I wanted to get into this video clip that's been sitting here for a few minutes.
Okay.
You know what? That's not going to segue.
We ain't got nowhere to be.
You're not tired? You're not hungry?
No, I already ate.
Okay.
I had pizza. And it was delicious.
And I did not have cake, so I am false advertising. I apologize.
I had pizza. It was very good.
So on today's show...
Mm-hmm.
Now, Nick sent me this clip. This is a 1 minute long. Before anyone says, oh, you're anti this or you're anti that, no, we are presenting this because this is an interesting discussion. I had no idea this was happening.
What does it mean to be trans?
I don't know. I've never
He's asking you.
can get an answer to that question.
I'm asking you.
Well, you just claimed you're trans,
I am trans.
and I'm asking you what that means.
What does it mean to you?
Well, I would tell you that transition is something
Don't
you do.
tell me shit. Wait, you don't tell anybody shit.
Did you catch it?
Mm-hmm.
A huge missed opportunity, even if you are not a gigantic wrestling fan. What does it mean to be trans? Well, what do you think it means to be trans? Well, I think it doesn't matter what you think.
Yes, missed it.
Come on, man. Everyone should know that.
Yeah, come on, man.
Okay, well, you asked what it means.
You literally just asked
So-
us to tell you what it means.
You have the opportunity here to educate a couple 100,000 people online about what it means to be trans.
Educate people online.
Educate people online about what?
Well,
Well, why are you
What it is to be
blocking
trans.
this? Why are you blocking?
Us,
Why are you
stop.
here? What,
See, this is the problem that I mentioned on the show. I think it was not last week, week before. These are the videos that are getting out from the left. albeit we don't like, you don't have to agree with what a Ben Shapiro says or Matt Walsh or Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens. You don't have to agree with what they say, but these people are articulate and like on the right, and they speak well, even if you think they're speaking jibber jabber about jibber jabber. That's for you, Sarah May, Big Bang Theory. That's what they might be doing, in your opinion. But this is the problem. These are the videos that get released from these people from the left, and they just get made to look fools.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that is a problem, because then the people on the right, I don't know if these guys who made this video are on the right, but they take the reactions that this trans professor is giving, and they run with it because they know it's going to appeal to their base.
Yep.
To a large degree.
Yep.
I think I know what you're getting at, Tex. So you don't have to explain. I think I got it. Okay. Well, we can agree to disagree, but no, I'm not going to criticize you for it. I get it.
What message do you want to give people?
Okay, here's the message.
We're listening.
Y'all are a bunch of fascists using
Okay.
transgender medicine as a spearhead for your fascist takeover of the country because you're patriarchal white supremacists, and this is just what it is, and y'all know what it is.
Why
And
are
this-
we're white supremacists? What is your evidence for even saying that, besides just
Well,
being a
you're
jerk
all-
to us?
White, right?
You're white.
And like white supremacy,
Are you a white
the
supremacist?
tip of the spear of white supremacy is anti-transgender.
Tip of the white supremacy spear is anti-transgender. No, I think the tip of the white supremacy spear, and I'm not in that group, is promoting white people, like to an overarching degree. Anti-transgender is in there, but it's not at the top. It's not the tip of the spear, so to speak.
So, see, all I hear with this video is me, 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 me. I love me. Do you love me? You don't love me? Well, you're a fascist. Me, 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 me. That's what I hear. Did this person say anything to help their argument? Anything, anything you can take from that, and albeit it is only a minute video, but is there anything that you can take from that video to be like, you kind of enlightened me a bit? I'm honestly asking you, Alex, is there anything you heard there that you might think, man, that is a way to look at that?
No, not really.
Me neither.
However, the trans professor was not prepared for these guys, clearly, because these guys, they knew when before they arrived here, and I'll show the video link in a minute for the full video, they knew what their talking points were before they arrived here. So they probably had the studies and the research. They knew what they were going to talk about. And I don't think the trans professor was as prepared as they were. So, of course, they got caught off guard.
So, in that defense, if you're running around saying, and you're trying to make this point, like, sure, like maybe when you see these groups that the Shapiros and Matt Walsh and Jordan Peterson's put out, do you think that they know what these people are going to ask? Like when Jordan Peterson, they have these big forums and people get up to the mic and ask questions and whatnot. Do you think they know what these people are going to ask ahead of time?
No, definitely not.
So then have your shit ready. Then that means, and I mean, yeah, maybe it is a crappy way to live, but if you're that strong in convictions that you're going to call a whole race of people racists and fascists and think that your movement that really has got a lot of steam in the last decade, let's say, is bigger than the war that like people have been going through for the last centuries. This becomes the problem. This isn't, this is the tip of the spear. Well, no, there's a bigger group of people who have been fighting this battle a lot longer than you have been. And if you want to put yourself into that spearhead, by all means, but don't think that just because you're new to this battle and it's what everybody's fight, like it seems to be like the buzzwords right now. It really is, and that everybody is this now. Then, like, there's a whole race of people who've been fighting about this crap for centuries. So, like, it's this always becomes a problem with mainly out of the left. They eat themselves.
Yeah.
Like they start fighting in between each other. It's just like you guys can't come together under a common goal. It's just it's annoying.
And before it gets lost, Ryan, Frank, buzzwords.
Okay. Are we done with this? Yeah. Okay, I gotta play. So Ryan just sent me his Hope Red is still here. This is Ryan has found Red's new bar. And says that this would be Red's new bar. I'm gonna mute the music because we don't know this. Yeah. So there's the woman dancing, there's karaoke going. So here's the crazy drunk guy just wandering with a cigarette in his hand.
I've seen this.
And there's this guy marching, and to top it all off, there's a little person. This pub has everything you need.
Awesome. Good point, Tex. Maybe your old buddy Reagan should never have closed them.
And that is the huge problem, Tex. And it's a bigger thing than just that issue there, where there's not enough mental health funding across the world. Not just there, everywhere. See? So Ryan nailed it.
Awesome.
That we need, it's all over the world. So.
All right. So that video clip I just played, I got that from here. This is from the James Klug YouTube channel. There are 2 episodes. This one is 31 minutes. I think the second one is 20-something minutes. You can find it on James's channel. This is from 6 months ago. So that's May 21st. Yes. So if you want to see the whole thing, and it's edited, it's cut up. It wouldn't surprise me that they were outside campus for a few hours and this is what they came up with. So I think it would be great if the full unedited was released, but
I agree.
It is what it is.
I agree.
Yeah. But that kind of leads into stupid people. Right. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not going to assume that everyone who's on the right reveres Reagan as the last great Republican president. Okay, never mind. Sorry. So it was a weak dig, and I failed. I apologize. Oh, there's another perspective. Self-diagnosis. Give me drugs. Ask your doctor if fentanyl is right for you. In small doses. What are you doing?
My eye just started to bug me. I'm good, though.
Oh, I thought you were reading something. You're like, what?
No, I'm good. No, my eye just went all twitchy there. Sorry, I'm good.
All right. So this one made me think of our friendly neighborhood garbage man because of the title, Angry Garbage Man Rage.
Oh, yes, I've seen this one. That guy needs a Snickers.
Now, the great big problem with that is that tampering with mail is a federal offense. Yeah, Frank, you can check me on that one, and I encourage you to, because Frank knows a lot. I know because I watch his show. And that guy is probably in jail right now.
There'd be a good chance. Yep.
Ooh, that's cool. Here they hand out testosterone and estrogen like it's candy. That would be awesome. Instead of, growing old and going to your natural or anti-aging doctor and asking, oh, I need to boost my testosterone. Just go to Glasgow and say, I can't do a Scottish accent. I want me some testosterone. And they give you some candy and you go up and down, you get all huge. Problem solved.
Just like that. Problem fucking solved. Oh. So I got to make a statement while we're on the show right now. I bought these long johns that I'm wearing right now. Okay. They're called Sax. You've probably seen the underwear around. SAXX boxers. But they make long johns. I bought long johns today because I thought I was going to be working outside. They have this little pocket that your balls sit in. It is amazing. I recommend everybody should buy themselves some Sax long johns if you need them, if you work outside, or the boxers with the little cup for your nuts. They're garbage man approved. I just wanted to put that out there.
We are open to sponsorships.
Yes. Yeah, it is like a bra for your balls.
That's a good reference, Big Red. Reagan's wife had... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Reagan's wife who had a psychic on hand. I would still like a sponsorship by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, even though I can't eat that stuff every day. Because I like them every once in a while. That and Sax.
They're delicious. And some Sax, I guess. All right, what else we got? Yeah, we know what I got. Yeah.
Yep, you know what's up. You know what's coming next. Don't you? I'll just keep saying words so you pause and say, is he going to play the intro? Is he going to do it? Or are you just going to stand here? Okay. Fresh balls. Do you know what he's talking about?
I think they had something for your balls. It was like a deodorant for your balls. I don't know. I don't get stinky balls. I guess unfortunate.
This little bit of information brought to you by the garbage man. I don't have stinky balls.
I don't know.
All right, so this is Karen versus Karen.
Work to do.
Go do your work.
No,
I'm not
I have
stopping you.
to come out here and sweep now. I gotta move
You
my.
can
I
do
have
whatever
to
you
move
want.
my basketball hoops. So move.
You can do whatever you want.
I'm moving my basketball hoops.
Go right
I got
ahead.
work to do. You're in the way.
Why don't you go to work by bus? and
Why
leave the
don't
3
you
cars
shut
behind?
your mouth?
Make me.
No.
Make me.
Go ahead, hit me. Hit me like you did the last time with the fact. House and she's harassing and
Okay.
me for my life. And
Your
I
life.
want her-
Yeah.
Come on, it's not gonna happen, baby.
I just wanted
What's
to.
not gonna happen? What are you threatening?
What are you threatening me?
Stop
Get
threatening!
away! Get your flowers off.
I'm getting water. You're wasting water, so I'm using it for a good purpose.
Go turn
There's
your own
nothing-
water on.
Why would I?
Get
You're
away
wasting
from
water.
my
This is
house.
environmental issues. You're wasting
You
water.
are- It's none of your problem.
It is actually. I live in this world. I care about
Good,
it.
Good. Go get your ass taken care of.
What is that?
I suggest you back up out of my space.
I suggest you back. This is my car.
That's all right. Just don't come in my face with that phone.
You can come into my face if I want. You'll come by my
You
car.
cannot come in my
I can come
face.
by your face.
No, you can't.
Oh, yes, I can.
No, you can't. Keep in my face, and you're going to find
You're
trouble.
pushing me?
You're
pushing
in
me?
my space.
You're
Get away.
in my space. Get away.
Shout out to Karen Lives Matter.
Wow.
Did you hear what I said? Get away.
Thank
Okay,
me.
I'm calling the cops.
You go right ahead. I didn't do nothing.
You did. You pushed
No, I
me.
didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
It's under surveillance.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Because I told you to get out of my space.
I told you to get out of my car.
I'm not in by your
Not
car.
by my car.
So what? Public street, dumbass.
Dumbass, it's my car.
Yeah, so?
Get away from my car.
Like, just these are adults, are supposed to be adults, and they should each be charged. And like, I think when this situation happens and the cops show up, and it's one of those situations where, okay, stay away from her, move. Here's your $500 fine. Here's your $500 fine. Don't like, and if you keep doing this, we're just gonna keep fining you. Like this
Until
is such
you're
a
both broke.
well, this is such a waste of resources. Like, God, no, it's not any different. I know I hate people.
No, I'm glad Frank made that comment and put me in check, because there is a difference between an astrologist and a psychic. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that.
Well, one had to go on the internet and get a sheet that said they're that.
Yes.
Whatever.
That was going to be my next comment, Tex, is I hope they destroy each other, these two, because it would make the world a better place.
Or we'll do you one better. Okay. Every town must have a pit of death. Pit of death. And when there is arguments like this, these two will meet in the pit of death. Last one, two enter, one leaves. That's it. And you don't get the health care because you were a stupid bitch and went into the pit of death, and you have to cover your own medical bills.
Is this the kind of pit of death where the two Karens are in there, but up at the top, people can throw in weapons every minute or two?
Well, no. You enter with what you do, but only one can leave. Right there. Thunderdome it. Sorry, I clicked it too. But Thunderdome it. Yes. Thunderdome. Yeah, one walks out. Two go in, one walk out. Your medical bills aren't covered. Because then I bet you'd start thinking a lot more like, is this argument over this little piece of or asphalt right now really worth it? And if you get called out for pit of death, you either have to enter pit of death or pay a $500 fine. Pit of death.
Okay. Well, it's not aggravated harassment. That's not the definition of that. But.
And that's how it ended.
So I don't think you're in Mackenzie Speak Out page. I don't know if I can find it now. But somebody was, pardon me?
Sorry, I think that is a private group.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you'd like to be added, I can see if I can always invite you. But anyway, I don't know. Anyways, so this guy is actually on there complaining because some kids had their basketball nets out in the streets, like out on the road, and it's like, and of course I put the comment under there like, oh, I'm a grumpy old man, right? Like,
yeah.
So I'm like, oh, God forbid, children outside playing. Whatever will you do with yourself, right? You know, like whatever will I do now? Oh, Lord.
And now we know one of Big Red's fetishes.
Wow. That's aggressive, Red. Or Or Red hate fucks you after she watches Tex on The Harsh Truth.
Wow. And she massages you with Scottish toilet paper that's like sandpaper all over you.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm getting sleepy now.
Yep, that's all I got for today.
Nah, me too.
Okay, then.
Oh,
Well,
I guess music, right?
yeah. And really, what is your musical suggestion? Wow, thanks, really? That is so great. We'll all listen to that.
What, he said Britney Spears? So my Irish buddy, Mr. Man, gave me this song. It's from 2015. It is by Raylan Baxter, and the song is called Yellow Eyes from the album Imaginary Man. It is a very nice tune.
Cool, cool.
I would be willing to take that bet, Red. I got holidays coming up soon.
My money's on, well, she says a week. I say 2 days. Do I hear 4? Do I hear 8? 6? 1.5. Go fish? Yeah.
6 minutes.
Anything over 50 minutes. Come on, man. We got stuff to do.
Come on, man.
Out of all the movies I saw this past week, this one from 2017 interested me the most. Now, I've seen a few found footage movies in the past few months, and this one is no exception. Tex, this one's for you. 2017, it's called Keep Watching. A family becomes imprisoned in their own home by intruders who force them to play a life and death game where the mysterious rules become clear as the night unfolds. It's an hour, 29 minutes, including credits. And there are 2 people that there are 3 people that I saw that I recognized. One was Ian Griffith. He looked kind of different. Natalie Martinez is another. And Lee Wannell. So this one gets kind of intense at times, but it's good. So Tex, this one's for you. I know you've seen a few found footage movies in your days. You'll like this one. So I've created a scale for Tex. It's called the BBV scale. Blood, boobs, and violence. Blood, yes. Boobs, no, but some good cleavage. Violence, yes. You see, there's a difference between blood and violence. You can have violence without having blood. So that's why it's the BBV scale.
Okay. That is the Alex scale.
That is a scale I created for Tex because I can understand his mindset.
Makes sense. So, okay, well, before we go, guys, remember, like I say every week, love each other, get along. This just popped up, and if this doesn't, kind of close to finish the show with a smile on your face, this should. We need more of this in the world. This is the stuff I see on the internet, and I'm like, this is why I love the internet. This is why I love the internet.
Oh.
So programming notes, just so everybody knows, it's still a month away, but we will be taking a 2-week vacation at Christmas. Christmas Day is on Monday, the 25th, and then New Year's Day is the following Monday, I believe. So me and Alex have decided we're going to take 2 weeks off and eat Oreos and Reese's all week.
While wearing sacks.
Yes, sacks. It's like a bra for your balls. Come on, Saks. Sponsorship.
It's like a bra for your balls.
Yes. See, he has more of the rate. Yeah, he can do the voiceover.
Yeah. No, you could too. It would be great because we can both do very different contrasting voiceovers for it. And I'm pretty sure by this point in time, our audience has developed a great deal of patience because they watch us. And if they can do that, they can stand anything.
True. I agree.
Yeah. Speaking of our audience, much thanks to Jolene, Sarah, Frank, Tex, Big Red, Alma, Bolo, and Ryan. Anyone else I missed, I apologize. I don't think I missed anyone. We had some people watching on Facebook at various points in time, but they never said anything. But, you know, say la vie. It's all right. I understand. You want to protect your privacy. We will be back next week, next Monday being Monday, December 4th. The year has, well, I can't really say it's flown by because thinking about it, between last week's show and this week's show, it was a good, decent amount of time. It's not like, where did the week go with some weeks? Yeah. People we haven't seen in a while and we hope are doing well. Hanama, Overseer, Penny, Jen, Tamara, Sarah, my friend Sarah, Corey and Trevor, the other Trevor, both Cindy's and both Jolene's, not the Jolene who is here tonight. Shout outs to Gareth, Susan, Ravi, and Ashley. Make sure that, as always, think before you say something and think before you do something.
I love all you guys. Have a great week. And we will see you next Monday.
Yes, and thank you all very much for being here. Almost an hour and a half we've been going for. I don't think anyone got any smarter. Dumber? Maybe. But as long as you get a good night's sleep, you'll forget that this ever happened.
Right.
And look who shows up. He slides into home plate.
And look who gets the last one, because it's O.H.
Thanks for being here, Brody. I was wondering, because so he came back from his vacation and he's doing well, I assume.
They haven't even went yet.
What? Didn't he say he was
I thought
on
they
the
did
road?
too. I thought they did too. But Jolene messaged me and asked me a question. So, yeah, I thought they'd gone already too. So.
Okay.
Anyways.
Fine. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.